Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over all the NBA games for Monday, February 22nd, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I am picking in these games, that'll be on my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get in today's games. We got the Bulls, Rockets, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Heat, Thunder, Trailblazers, Suns, Hornets, Jazz, Wizards, Lakers, and a postponed Spurs, Pacers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games. So I have daily numbers on one side, date numerology, Gregorian in the Hebrew, and then I have my game numbers on this side. Up top here is the away team, head to head in the middle. Bottom is the home team. So first game, Bulls versus the Rockets. Today we have 29 date numerology on the Gregorian. We have 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. Rockets in their 29th game can sit on 11 wins for the season with a loss. However, they also could tie 1-1 head-to-head against the Bulls for the season, like an 11 with a win. So they have this 11 here that goes both ways for them, in favor and against it being their 29th game on a day with 29 date numerology. Today is the 53rd day of the Gregorian. 53 is the 16th prime number. Bulls can sit on 16 losses for the season with a win. However, their coach comes into this game with 256 regular season wins and 256, our trusty number properties, has a square root of 16. So that 16 goes against and in favor of Bulls. So the 11 goes against and in favor of Rockets, and the number 16 goes against and in favor of Bulls. Some game numbers here. Bulls, if they sweep the Rockets 2-0, like 20 for this season, they would also sit on 71 all-time head-to-head losses against the Rockets with the win. 71 is the 20th prime number. So maybe there's a little connection there. Rockets are on a 7-game losing streak. They can end that 7-game or they can get their 8th. I didn't see any direct connections to either of those numbers as of yet. I'm still kind of looking it over. But if we take it back to the 20, number 20 does sum to 55, and the Bulls coach could get his 257th regular season win to go along with it. However, with that being said, this is the Rockets' 12th home game for the season, and they could just get their 12th win for the season. I don't see why not if they really wanted to. It's the 157th day of the Hebrew Civil, a day with 37 date numerology. 157 is the 37th prime number. 37 is the 12th prime number. Maybe that helps him out. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's keep it going. Grizzlies versus the Mavericks. Grizzlies, their coach can get his 53rd regular season loss for his career on the 53rd day of the Gregorian year. Or they can go ahead and just get the 31st all-time head-to-head win against Mavericks, as well as their 31st regular season head-to-head win against Mavericks on a day with 11 date numerology for the Gregorian. 31 is the 11th prime number. 53 is the 16th prime number, and Mavericks would get their 16th loss in their 29th game. 53, 53rd day of the Gregorian, the 16th prime, a day with 29 date numerology. At the same time, though, if Mavericks win, they would sit on 15 losses for the season in their 15th home game for the season. Today, with 65 date numerology on the Gregorian, the number 15 does sum to 65. Grizzlies' record doesn't really help out. They can get their 14th win or their 14th loss. It can go either way. It doesn't matter. Other than that, I don't see anything else that's jumping out at me at this time. I'll continue to look over this, of course, like I usually do. But if you guys see something, don't hesitate to put a comment in the comment box below. If Mavericks do sit on 15 in their 15th home, Grizzlies coach would sit on 47 regular season wins, the 15th prime, as he gets that 53rd on the 53rd day. So there's that as well. It's his 100th regular season game. 100 has a square root of 10. Today with 29 date numerology on the Gregorian, the 10th prime. One of these two teams is going to go 1-0 head-to-head against the other, like 10. Heat versus the Thunder. This is the 71st all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. The Heat can go ahead and just sweep the Thunder for the season 2-0, like 20. 71, the 20th prime number. The number 20 sums to 26, and he would also get their 26th regular season head-to-head win against Thunder with the win to go with. However, with that being said, today does have 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. It's the Heat's 31st game of the season. It's the Thunder's 31st game of the season. 31, the 11th prime number. Thunder could be looking to get some revenge and go 1-1 head-to-head against the Heat for the season, like an 11. And Heat would get their 11th away loss for the season to go with. Today does have 29 date numerology on the Gregorian. Thunder could sit on 29 all-time head-to-head losses against the Heat. But 29 is the 10th prime number, and Thunder could just go ahead and get their 10th home loss, as Heat sit on 10 away losses with a win. I talked about the number 12 in the last game. Nope, in 2 games ago. 12-12. Potentially 157 day of the year. 157 the 37th prime. 37 date numerology. 37 is the 12th prime. Thunder could just sit on that 12 for the occasion. Nothing jumps out at me, but Heat can sit on in their 17th away game. So it's the Thunder's 14th home game, Heat's 17th away game, and that could be the Heat's record for the season, 14-17 with the win. So there's that as well. However, Thunder, they can just go ahead and get their 41st regular season head-to-head win against the Heat. 41, the 13th prime number. Thunder would get their 13th win for the season. 66 regular season head-to-head matchup. 66 sums to 41. And 66 is also the 11th triangular number. And that could play in favor for the Thunder. The number 11. Trailblazers and the Suns. Let's continue to talk about 11. Gregorian 11 date numerology. Trailblazers can sit on 11 losses for the season as they get their 11th away win for the season. Or Suns can get their 11th home win for the season, or they can get their 11th loss for the season. Suns could just sit on 10 losses for the season with the win as they become 1-0 head-to-head against the Blazers, like the number 10. And then the Blazers can sit on 10 away wins. 29 date numerology, the 10th prime number. But Trailblazers can get their 109th regular season head-to-head win against the Suns. 109 is the 29th prime number. Today is a day, or the 53rd day of the Gregorian year. And 53 sums to 122. Trailblazers be 122-109 head-to-head regular season against the Suns, and the Suns coach would sit on 53 regular season wins as a coach for the Suns with the loss. I've mentioned the number 12 in other games. 157 day of the Hebrew Civil, the 37th prime, 37 date numerology, the 12th prime. Blazers could just get their 12th loss for the season. If Suns do pull off the win, their coach would get his 227th regular season win for his career, the 49th prime number, as he sits on 49 regular season losses as a coach for the Suns. He would get his 54th win as a coach for the Suns regular season. Today does have 45 date numerology. 45 does sum to 54. 45, 54 reflections of each other. Real common numbers though too. 10th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew, like 106. One of these two is going to go 10 and 6. Suns go 10 and 6 at home, or Blazers are going to go 10 and 6 on the road. One thing I wanted to bring up though, as it popped up when I put in 53, the number 53 sums to 59, and the Thunder can become 5 and 9 at home. I might mark that just to remind myself. Did I miss any other 59s? Nope. Alright, Blazers, Suns. Yeah, 53 also sums to 49. And they can get his 227th regular season win, the 49th prime, and sit on 49. So there's some interesting numbers here for Blazers. 11-11, 122, 109, the 53 here against the Suns. But then I wouldn't put it past this 49 part either. Or them getting their 11th win at home and just sitting on that 10 as they become 1-0 head-to-head against the Blazers, like 10. Hornets and the Jazz. So Jazz, it's their 31st game of the season. We've talked about this number, the 11th prime, 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. Hornets can go ahead and even the score 1-1 head-to-head against the Jazz for the season with a win like an 11. Hornets would get their 15th win for the season, and they become 15-15 for a season record. 15 sums to 65, and today does have 65 date numerology on the Gregorian. Hornets coach would get his 77th regular season win as a coach for the Hornets. Today with 29 date numerology, 29 sums to 149, just like 77. Sums to 149. But it is a day, it is the 53rd day of the Gregorian. 53 is the 16th prime number. Hornets could just go ahead and get their 16th loss for the season. This is the Jazz 16th home game of the season. And Jazz would become 25 and 6 for a season record with the win. 256 does have a square root of 16. And Hornets coach could just go ahead and get his 121st regular season loss. 121 has a square root of an 11, and that's where the 11 connection could be. And last but not least, Wizards versus the Lakers. Let's keep it going with the 11s. Wizards can get their 11th win for the season on 11 date numerology for the Gregorian. They also have that 77. Wizards can get their 77th all-time head-to-head win against the Lakers. 77 sums to 149. Gregorian 29 date numerology, which sums to 149. Lakers coach would get his 29th loss as a coach for the Lakers regular season on a day with 29 date numerology. 29 is the 10th prime number, and one of these two teams have to go 1-0 head-to-head against the other, like 10. Wizards coach, he can get his regular 160th regular season win as a coach for the Wizards. 160 date numerology on the Hebrew religious. Lakers, they can just go ahead and get their 121st regular season head-to-head win against Wizards, which has a square root of an 11. 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. It is the 10th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew civil, like 106. Lakers would be 10-6 at home with the win, like 106. Wizards just would sit on 10 wins instead of getting their 11th win, 29 the 10th prime, as Lakers become 1-0 head-to-head against the Wizards for the season, like 10. This 239 is the 52nd prime number. I haven't figured out what connection goes with it, if any. Lakers could just go ahead and get their 10th loss for the season if they wanted. 29 date numerology, the 10th prime. 29 date numerology, the 10th prime. Coach can get his 29th loss. They can get their 10th loss for the season. One of these two teams is going 1-0 head to head against the other. So that could be it for the Lakers. They can just lose against the Wizards. Or they might have it in with that 121, 106. And I'm going to keep looking at this 23-9. I'm going to keep considering it. I'll have to look at it a little longer. I mean, we did discover, or I did discover, or refreshed my memory that 53 does sum to 59 today, the 53rd day of the Gregorian year, and Wizards could become 5-9 on the road, like 59 with the loss. All right, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you get some good information out of it. Wish you best luck on your NBA picks. Thanks for watching.